I've had the 3 auto sinkless in the 120-gallon tank for over a month, and during that time they haven't touched any blanched vegetables or green beans that I've offered. They merely subsisted on the algae in the tank. But once that's depleted, I'm afraid they'll starve to death. So I freed up this 29-gallon tank. I didn't want to put them back in a 10-gallon because that seems much too confining for them. And I've acclimated them in this plastic container, and they're ready to be released. There goes one, and another, and the third. Hopefully they'll be happier in this tank. Appear to be scared of the adult Colombian tetra. I believe here they'll be more likely to accept the vegetables that I offer. The plants in this 10-gallon potting soil fertilized tank are doing quite well, but there's a lot of algae growing in the tank. The shrimp don't mind it. Here you can see several cherry shrimp going for the food that I placed in the corner. There's another female cherry shrimp over there. So what I decided to do is remove the 3 Amano shrimp, which I think may consume shrimplets, to a fluval stratum fertilized tank. And I'd like to remove the plants a few at a time to gallon jars fertilized with potting soil next to a window, and there I can put hydrogen peroxide in the water and hopefully destroy the algae without harming the plants. And eventually I'd like to replace the gravel and potting soil in this aquarium with fluval stratum. But I'm going to take my time with that because I don't want a sudden change in pH to harm the shrimp. I've had extra plants going in this gallon jar with potting soil for some time. They do quite well there, next to the window. Here's a look at 2-gallon jars that I plan to use, already set up with potting soil. These should house the plants well until I'm ready to use them. I've been acclimating these Amano shrimp for 3 hours to this tank so that they can get used to the lower pH due to the fluval stratum. And now I believe that they should be ready to be released into the tank. There goes 1, 2, and the last one. So hopefully they'll enjoy this tank and do well. It's nicely planted. They're the only inhabitants, and I've stuffed filter floss around the intake so that they won't be able to jump out.